This is number 7. First of all, I'd like to thank all the respected organizers of Global Unitalks for offering this platform to us to think about this wonderful topic, the qualities of a global citizen. The irony is that we are literally living in a global village now, but most of us don't have the clear concept of the term global citizen. So I am grateful to get to research on this topic for the past few days. On the basis of that and some of my blurry prior knowledge, let's try to find out some important qualities of a global citizen with me. So, who is a global citizen? The answer is simply someone who understands this vast world and their stand in it, and accordingly keeps contributing to the process of globalization. But then comes the most important question, as we all are taking part in this collective effort directly or indirectly, are there no special requirements for becoming a worthy global citizen? Yes, there are definitely, but listing them one by one turns them into some points of an essay which hardly have an effect on minds of people. But if we think deeply, the qualities are nothing different from those of a ordinary citizen, which we nourish in different phases of life, like a student, a parent, a job holder, and in different gestures like a friend, a neighbor, and all these which come in turns. But as a global citizen, we need to have a beautiful combination of all these phases and gestures in a broader version at the same time. Being a student now, the only principal duty we are handed over with is to roam around the realm of knowledge and to dream of becoming a proper leading generation in future. From a global perception, the liability of educating ourselves remains the same, but not only in a specialized field. We need primary awareness of all the core fields like human rights, basic science, maths, economics, statistics, astrology. Now the question is, how do we manage to know about all these? Well, that's why we need internet and technologies like television, computer, etc. so much in this era. The reason why people are so obsessed with traveling nowadays is the same. Who can resist witnessing the huge diversified culture of the world this exquisitely with own eyes? Now, if I say that being foodie counts as a requirement as well, some may laugh, and this is very normal. But if I'm excused to explain myself, we are talking about understanding different cultures, and no culture is complete without its distinctive food habit. The unavoidable next phase of life is becoming responsible like parents. Like parents try their best not to let their children realize they're lacking. We need to find out who are lagging behind around us when the world has become this advanced and help them out as much as possible. Then no quest is ever achieved without patience. And who can teach us patience better than our teachers? Like teachers always make sure to be equal to all types of students, we must be respectful to the diversified culture of the world, keeping in mind that we are not favoring any injustice to grow high and raise our voice and stand if there is any. Besides, we must keep picking all the good things from around us, like becoming supportive to all, like we are to our friends, helping hand like a neighbor in need. Now, all the trainings we are giving ourselves will take no time to become a waste if there is no proper leader. But too many cooks spoil the broth. So not every one of us needs to become a leader. Only those among us who are confident about it and have grown good communication skill may train themselves either becoming a monitor in a class or a president of a club of college or university. In conclusion, to those among us who wish our identity transcends every geological and political border, but are afraid that we may not survive in the long run, we don't need to be extraordinarily skilled from the beginning. A loyal purpose, strong determination, finding out our role in our family, society, and then enhancing the roles is the incantation because global citizenship starts right here. A sea is just a combination of a lot of drops of water. We are all skilled in no time after we believe that. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you, contestant number 7. In your speech, you mentioned about travel. If you could travel anywhere right now, where would you travel and who would you take with you?
Where would I go? I think I have a dream to travel around a lot of beautiful places actually. Like I want to really see the aurora of Norway, going to Norway. I want to go to Switzerland to see, snowfall, as there is no snowfall in my country. But actually, if I could travel somewhere now, I'd go to any part of the world where I could go with a lot of fund, a lot of fund of money to help a lot of, people who are in misery. Like I have heard there has been a blast in Lebanon, and this was like a very shocking news to me. And when I think that I want to travel to beautiful places and want to have, enjoyment, refreshment, but then I look at them and think that no, life is not a fantasy for all. So I think I'd like to go somewhere where I would be helpful to, and any kind of help to the miserable people who are in misery. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, it's Rifat, right?
Yes, Rifat Tawassul.
Okay. So how are you, Rifat?
I'm fine. Very nice.
Oh, okay. So you talked about global citizenship education that we call GCED, right? So I'm just going to ask a very simple question: that what three qualities do you want our children to develop after getting global citizenship education?
I think, first of all, patience. Because as I said in my speech, we are all skilled in no time after we believe that. We all have potentialities among us, but sometimes we lack in patience. We don't actually, like we think that, no, I can't do that. Like when I was preparing for this speech from 1st of the August, sometimes I thought, no, I can't do that. No, I think I can talk, but I'm lacking in patience. So many rehearsals with so many practices. So I think this is the first one, patience. And second is, like, you say the children, like children are brought up very, adorably. So, but they don't actually learn to take responsibility. Like sometimes they get help from their parents, sometimes from friends, teachers. But if we tell them that take this responsibility, when your mom is going out, look at the house, and or go to see a friend who is sick and their parents are not on home. Like this type of small responsibilities, like, so patience, responsibility. And third, I think, what should I say? Uh, like having a beautiful combination. Like we think I want to do this and that and that and that. Like sometimes like children, when a children dreams what will he or she become in life. Sometimes he thinks I will become an astronaut, sometimes a doctor, a teacher, but not he or she cannot do everything. So he needs to know, according to my skill, what qualities I will be able to make a good combination of. So I think this is a sense of self skill and making them a good combination. That I think this three.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, very good. Now it's time for the polling from the audience. Give me a moment. Meanwhile, contestant number 6, are you ready? Contestant number 6, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, good.
Yes,
Yeah, wait a moment.
Yes, I'm ready.
Yeah, wait. After the polling, I will call you.
Okay.
half a minute to go. Here are the results. Good. So thank you so much, contestant number 7. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Keep working hard. Keep patience. Okay. And don't postpone
Okay,
things.
Professor.
Yes, great. Number 6, please come in. Number 6.
Okay, before we go on, can we have a quick talk,
Yep, sure.
Professor?
Yes, Ronan.
Is there candidates still in with us, or are they gone?
The number 6 is not here. Maybe then we go to number 8. Contestant
Okay,
number
before
8.
we go,
on.
Hi there, can you hear me?
yeah, can you wait a minute? Can we have a quick chat,
Okay.
Professor?
Yeah, go ahead, Ronan.
It's just with the candidates, and I don't want to talk.
Okay, I will call you, okay, on WeChat. Okay,
Okay.
Contestant number 8, please go ahead.
Hi
Thanks.
there. Firstly, I want to say thank you for this opportunity. I think it's good to start talk about globalization to explain the qualities of a global citizen. It is impossible to talk about globalization without talking about empathy. Globalization of individuals can be explained with empathy for others, also with taking action for issues concerning others. Today, right here where we see ignoring other individual issues is not the right attitude, and it's not the right way to protect our own house too. But why am I saying that? Because our own house is attached to others too. Sometimes it's hard to remember when we're afraid to talk or taking actions for different reasons. So we can take it as a reminder in times like this and at least start to not ignore the problems of we think they're not concerning us. Well, it's not just not to care about the problems of others, you know. It's also important to take actions about them, which brings us to being a global citizen. Now, I will use an example to explain what I mean, and I would like to say that I'm inspired my own life. Just imagine a young university student like me. If this young girl don't choose the way of ignoring everything else, but which ones she thinks they're not concerning her, we can say that she's on the right way. But also, if she tries to understand the problems and define some of them as a global issue, we can say that it's a really good start to being a global citizen. But it's not just enough. Education is really important at this point. If an individual can educate himself or herself the right way, it's hard to say that they are able to find the true and effective solutions for the problems. Hopefully, this girl knows her responsibilities for others too. She takes care of others' awareness needs to be raised about the issues as she takes care of hers. I think it is the first step of taking actions. Raise your and others' awareness. Now, she tries to talk to her family, friends, and maybe her teachers for their mentorships about the problems and possible solutions. Of course, I cannot pass the topic without pointing to social media. Social media can be really effective to communicate people which are out of our physical zone. She can use the power of influencing for enlightenment about the global issues. As she makes her best effort to educate herself and other individuals around her, now she works for possible solutions and tries to give an effective resolution to the society. When her resolution comes out, she tries to use social media effectively, as I said before. But the posts on social media won't be enough. She should make her future plans with the vision she gained during her studies. She should make her, for example, if she wants to become a lawyer, she maybe wants to study in the field of gender equality or environmental law. And we can say that she's a complete global citizen because she's unafraid of taking actions, talking, and change her own life. Now, I will try to explain the qualities of a global citizen from this point of view. A global citizen must have empathy for others, firstly. A global citizen must be aware of other individuals' issues. A global citizen should be brave enough to talk about her or his opinions to the society. A global citizen should know at least 2 languages to reach more people in the world. A global citizen should make efforts to raise awareness on global issues. And lastly, a global citizen should work every day for possible solutions to make for a better world and a peaceful society. And these are my opinions, and thanks for listening.
Hey.
Great.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. Today we are talking about what makes a good global citizen and the kinds of things they should do. Can you think of anything that a global citizen definitely should not do?
Firstly, I would say to not stay quiet about problems in the world. And I want to give an explain. I'm living in Turkey, and now the gender equality is a big issue in Turkey. But some people decide to stay quiet about this because they're afraid of governments. So it's a really big issue in Turkey to stay quiet about them. And so I would say that they should not stay quiet, because as long as we stay quiet, it is impossible to find effective solutions, because we are afraid to study about them too. We are afraid to study, we are afraid to talk, we are afraid to take actions. So it's really important to not stay quiet for all of us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chen.
So-
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yes, Professor
So,
Kagdas.
Me or Mr. Ronan?
No, Mr. Kagdas, is you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your speech, number 8. You touched upon different topics in a short period of time. So I wonder, if you had additional time, what would you want to say more about one of these topics?
For example, gender equality, you mean?
Would be possible.
For the possible solutions.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. We can start with, for all of us, not staying quiet. It is the first rule for all of us. And I would say change the leaders on all around the world. It is really effective. It will be really effective solutions, because our leaders don't understand the fundamentals of our humanity. They choose the way of selfishness for our problems, because they want to gain some benefits from all these conflicts around the world. For example, Syria is the one conflict that they want to gain profit from, or the conflict in society, because I think if we can change the leaders, we can change the resolutions, because they are leaders, and also it means that there are the fundamental reasons of our social problems. I think we should change the leaders firstly, and after that we should change the system, I think.
Thank you so much. Very
You're
clear
welcome.
message.
Contestant number 9. Contestant number 9. Okay, we go to contestant number 10.
The world lost its greatest icons. More interestingly, more icons were born. Just to mention Michael Jackson, Saint Teresa, and Hugh Evans. These three are among the best in the world who made a difference by becoming global citizens. And what's this that made them outstanding from the rest? I would like to explain about the qualities of a global citizen. Who is a global citizen? According to Hugh Evans on TED Talk 2016, a global citizen is someone who self-identifies not as a member of a tribe, a state, or a nation, but as a member of a human race and is prepared to act on that belief to help tackle the world's greatest challenges. Also, if you go to oxfam.org.uk, a global citizen is someone who understands the wider world and their place in it. Quality means a distinctive characteristics possessed by someone or something. A global citizen is open and always willing to help others. Take a good example of Saint Teresa, whom most of you know as Mother Teresa. Unfortunately, I did not come from her country, nor did I live in her era, but through history, I've got to learn about her works. Saint Teresa was popular all over the world because she was selfless and she devoted her life towards helping the poor. Having lived for 87 years, she served in Loreto Convent School in India for 20 years and still left her teaching to serve the poorest of the poor in the slums of Calcutta. Her actions were recognized when she was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1979, and still that wasn't enough. She went ahead and traveled around the world to help the poor until her death. A global citizen is a critical thinker and a problem solver, one who is able to solve solutions whenever a problem occurs. At 14, Hugh Evans spent a night in the slums of Manila, and the harsh lives of those who hosted him challenged him or rather motivated him to end poverty. By 2015, he had founded Global Citizen, and in that same year, he had influenced over 2.1 million lives and raised funds from different governments worldwide that benefited over 210 million lives. I believe most of you can agree with me that he was a critical thinker. A global citizen has a creative mind full of ideas and must be able to express them. Michael Jackson had this quality, and most of us know him as the world's greatest music icon. And in 1992, he composed a song known as Heal the World, which sold millions of copies worldwide, and the money was used in relief that same year. Also through this song, Heal the World Foundation was born, which also sold millions of, it raised millions of money towards charity. I was challenged by their actions, and I believe most of us will be challenged as well, and I hope still many of us will follow steps. The three I just mentioned came from different backgrounds, but they still chose to serve the world. Thank you.
Wonderful. Good job. You have been working very hard. I saw development in you from the beginning till now. Okay, I request now our honorable jury. Saida? Okay, Ms. Chen, would you like to take a question for her?
It's contestant number 10.
No, this is contestant number.
I'm not.
Okay, okay. Please go ahead, Saida.
I mean, for contestant number 10, should I question?
Yes, you may.
You can. It's okay. No problem.
Yes.
Okay. Hello. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. So, do you think traveling a lot or having lots of money or knowing so many foreign languages are required for a global citizen?
Yes, at first I can say it's important, but at the same time I can say it's not that important because, yeah, I will support having known many languages, because a global citizen must be able to must be able to interact with many people around the world. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you think it's important, but it's not required, right?
Yeah, it's not really required because I can also be a global citizen in my country. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I have a question for you. Someone said that global citizens take time to learn about different cultures and traditions. Why do you think it's important to understand the people, places, and events in other countries?
So about their cultures, first of all, if I'm a global citizen and I'm able to learn about their cultures, it will be an easier way for me to interact with them, know where the weaknesses are, know where the beliefs are, and I should know where the religions come from so that I could not have problems with them, or it could be easy for me to interact with them.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Chen. Now I will share the result of the polling. Thank you so much. Contestant number 11, please be ready. Contestant number 11.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, if I'm audible.
Yes.
Starting my speech in 3, 2, 1. Hello, I'm number 11, and thank you all for giving me the floor. Let's start with a real-life story. A close friend of mine living abroad was diagnosed with cancer this year. Between the ongoing pandemic crisis and her financial condition, she was struggling to manage her medical expenses. So we, some friends of her, decided to come online, and people from all over the world contributed for a good cause. Now she's successfully getting treated. It's a small example, but as a community, that's how we grow up to be cooperative global citizens. Do you ever wonder how the world would look like with huge 7 billion population, but no interconnection between different communities and different people? Well, I think there'd be lack of information, opportunity of discrimination, and less inclusion. But luckily, we're in a better place. In today's ever-changing and intertwined world, we're all part of a global village, and we're all global citizens. As global citizens, we have learned to grow and prosper together, forming a technologically sustainable and advanced Earth. So, what does the term global citizen actually mean? This term is rather multidimensional than we can ever comprehend. Global citizen refers to mainly the people of 21st century from all over the world who are interconnected through digital networks, who are friendly, empathetic, and cooperative. This term removed barriers from our minds and from our heart as well. It brought us closer than ever before. Today, I'm going to talk about the responsibilities and qualities of a global citizen and what does the future hold. As we're being familiar with the term global citizen, we are being more and more aware of our responsibilities to the society and to the world. When Greta Thunberg, a teenager from Sweden, is helping to fight global climate change worldwide, is helping to collect relief funds for countries like Bangladesh on the other side of the globe, this reflects the quality of a global citizen. Like her, ready to make positive changes. She started this journey by making little local changes. But like I said, in this intertwined world, small changes can lead to big outcomes. We just need to be ready to be the change makers. In this world with a huge growing population, resource is very limited. Percent of the total resources of the world, indicating high wage and wealth.
I think there is a disruption in the internet.
Global citizens are global leaders as well. A leader does not always need to be vocal and presentable, but should be willing for changes. As Pakistani Nobel laureate Malala Yousafzai is inspiring people in the most rural areas gender discrimination and women empowerment. She is global citizen, global leader, and she started this journey in her very own little village. So small starts can make you a leader and lead to better changes. Almost 56% of working women all over the world are paid the minimum wage. Retrospectively, in top corporate positions, only 5% are women. As global citizens, we should also work in order to remove any kind of inequality that we see in our environment and create access to equal opportunity as much as we can. To me, global citizenship means solidarity and inclusion. A global citizen considers himself to be connected to the whole world and reaches out to people in need. The examples I stated are worldwide renowned examples of global leaders and global citizens. There are thousands of unknown names who are working for a global platform or for a global scale in various fields, especially in this time of many judges and many spectators from all over the world are being connected through global Unitalks platform. We are learning and growing together, even after being miles away from one another. My sincere respect and tribute to all global citizens for their contribution. Finally, I believe a future world is full of surprises and potential if we live up to our responsibilities as a global citizen. It will also enable us to discover and connect with new culture and lifestyles. When as a global citizen, we will embrace people from all walks of life, people with cultural and education. We will truly be celebrating our existence on Earth. The world will be a festival of life and happiness. As a young girl, stepping in her 20s from a small corner of the world, I look forward to that day. A world full of global citizens and a world full of dreams. Thank you. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, contestant 11.
Yes. Am I asking questions?
Yeah, you're 11.
Yes, Ronan.
Okay. So this is going to be a simpler question then. The only thing I can think of is, so you mentioned about inequality and
Yes.
about women being paid less. So do you think that women should get paid more, or do you think that men should get paid less so that you would reduce the inequality?
I don't think anyone should be paid based on their genders, but particularly the gender-based discrimination that are happening currently now, that discrimination should be eliminated so that everyone can get equal access to opportunity, which is not happening right now.
Yes, but how should you do that? So should men who are getting paid more at the minute get paid less?
It should not be
do you
happening.
think that women should get paid more?
I think women should be paid more if women are only because of being women are getting paid less. Women and men should be having equal opportunity and equal pays when they're doing equal sort of jobs, when they're having equal sort of task and management.
Okay.
Thank you.
Who's asking the other question?
Hi, Amelia. Sorry, Miss Professor Queen. Professor Queen, are you here?
You're on mute.
Okay, wait a moment. Okay. Yes,
I'm
Professor.
here, sorry, yes.
Hello.
A quick one and a follow-up to what Ronald has asked you. Contestant number 11, are you all right?
Yes, thank you.
So is there any reward for being a global citizen, you think?
I think you automatically get a reward when you have peace around you, when the environment around you gets better and you feel comfortable in your environment. That itself is a reward.
If
When
you
your
were
life,
president, okay, go on.
when your quality and lifestyle quality and your day-to-day life and people around you can live in peace, that itself gives you that contentment, which itself is a reward. Thank you.
Okay, now that you've talked so much about gender and women getting minimum wage, if you are the president of your county today, what are some of the attributes that you'll be striving for as a leader?
As a leader, I think the first thing that I'd do is have women getting equal opportunity at education, because in particularly my country, women are more and more deprived of education in primary level. If you don't get access to quality education in the first place, you cannot be accepted to be paid equally or paid in top position. So I'll make that sure. And I'll make sure that in the roads and in the society, women do get the social security that they need, so they do not get back or step back in fear of violence or any other activities, and they can live up to the fullest of their potential.
Beautiful. That's a good answer. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you.
Good job. Let's see your polling results. Contestant number 12, are you ready? Contestant number. Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
Okay. Hello, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Glad to have you with me, and thanks very much for the excellent speeches given by my fellow contestants. And now the question is, you have already know that how to be a global citizen and what is a global citizen. But do you think you are a global citizen? Well, do think about it. I'm contestant number 12. And before I start my presentation, I want to share with you an interesting phenomenon that I discovered on Weibo, a Chinese social platform like Twitter, Facebook, but not the same. I saw a chart that shows the big gap on the entry score to the police academy between male and female applicants. To make it simple, women must get much higher score than men can enter police academy. But what really surprised me is a commentator sentence below citing, "I'm not really a sexist, but this occupation is not really suitable for women." Really? The commentator is not a sexist. So the police woman is unfit to be a police. What do you think? Tell me. As I see it, the commentator, he or she, shows the ingrained gender inequality within our society. And as a global citizen, I would like to talk about gender inequality today. Sometimes you may hear from elderly people that when girls grow up, they just need to find a stable job, marry a rich man, then they live their lives and hopefully they will have a good life. But do you accept their point of view? Well, I don't. In most regions across the world, people are still living in patriarchal society, which is a social mechanism that ensures a male-dominated society. Indeed, the majority of male leaders have given citizens an illusion that male are in charge, and within that frame of mind, men think that some jobs and opportunities can only be done by men, and enjoy living in a society that they have much power and speaking rights. On the contrary, for women, thousands of years of operation by men had led that a majority of them were used to be traditional, loyal, obedient, etc. Therefore, in general, women are not aware of their knowledge, abilities, and potential capacities, which even has been worsened by the fact that women receive less formal school education than men. As a member of the international community, I consider that respect for gender equality is the basic human value. A brighter future in gender equality relies on both men and women. A global citizen should get a clear understanding that women are still treated unequally in workplace, in family, sex, in life, and in societies. A global citizen should believe that men and women have equal rights and have remarkable capacity to do any jobs, to achieve any dreams, and to live their lives to the full. A global citizen should be outraged by any women's discrimination and have courage to correct it when and where necessary. A global citizen should help their brothers, sisters, friends, parents, even strangers recognize women have rights to be educated and to control their future. Global citizens, whatever they are doing, wherever they are, we are all together fighting against gender discrimination and gender-based violence. So we with a conviction of a belief, gender equality matters. Thank you.
Wonderful speech. I request our jury to
Thank you.
have questions.
My turn, right? Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yes, Alex. Yes, we can see
Hello.
you.
Yes.
All right. All right. So, nice speech. You've talked a lot about gender discrimination. So, if you were a woman, what would you do to increase your social rights in China?
If I am a woman, I'm a woman, I will be a feminist because I think even if as a man, I think I'm a feminist. So I will affect other people around me, both men and women, to let them know that men and women has equal rights to be educated, and for the